he's not going to be worried.
No.
Yeah, he's no stranger. So that's why he probably wasn't worried about it. Because he said he didn't find it awkward at all. You know, obviously he's used to nudity and he's taken part in performances that were nude. And a lot of festivals he goes to, they often have nude saunas, you know, and all this. So to him, it's no big deal. But to some other people, you might think, well, you know, I would be curious to know. I hope they have a show psychologist because, you know, some people can get messed up with this.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just curious. Yeah, I hope they did. But I'm just curious to know why other people decided to do it. That's what I wish they would release it and say, all the contestants afterwards, please tell us, or obviously before, but obviously after, for the viewers to know, why did you want to do a dating show, number one, and obviously a naked dating show, number two? Why did you feel that you wanted to go on a show like that and participate? Because like you say, if you don't get picked, that can be a bit of a blow to the ego, innit? Because obviously you know there's a possibility you may not get picked. And the thing is, the way this show is structured, they're a bit nasty about people's bits.
Oh,
you know?
really?
They were a bit like, oh no, I don't like that, and like she's, you know, oh no, not my kind of thing, and oh no, this, and you just think, well, that's a bit. It's not very nice to be so judgmental about somebody's nether regions, you know.
But they wouldn't be considered to be guests if they didn't have some, you know, flamboyant type concept or comments or something like that. They probably wouldn't even pick them as a contestant if they weren't out there and real out front and flamboyant.
Yeah, but remember, some people put that on as a show, you know.
Right.
Some people. Yeah, so imagine if deep down then they're really a bit more, you know, inward and being expected to be so flamboyant, as you say, on TV, that's hard to maintain if that is not your natural, you know, personality. That exuberance is going to be rough. You know, and then obviously off screen, because you're trying to magnify yourself on screen, if that's what you were told to do, off screen, that's going to be hard, and you're going to think, well, and then it's going to become a bit of a chore, isn't it? And then the person's going to realise, oh, well, you're not as you were on screen. Have I picked the wrong person? Because again, what you said you were, again, you're lying, you wasn't. You know, that's very annoying.
Well, and to me, I'd be interested also in finding out how many of these dates turned into relationships.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, because you don't seem to really hear that much about it after.
Right.
Because everyone just focuses on, oh, you know, naked. Oh, you were naked. Oh, you were naked? You went on a show naked? You did what? Why? And obviously, like you said, we were talking about this earlier. You really want to tell your parents that? You really want to tell that your mother or your dad? Oh, daddy, I went on. And then, what? Most parents will be like, you did what?
Well, it's more than tell them. That means, you know, Bert, his daughter Annie, is on this show, and then Bert's buddies, they may never have heard of this show. And then they say, Annie's on what? They may tune in to see Annie, daughter of Bert, which is just crazy to me.
No, that's just too nasty. It's like,
it is.
I'm just like, wow, I have to share this. Link 14, K-Rose. I have to share it, because when I saw it, oh my God, that's my friend, Sandra Martin from Gogglebox. I thought this was hilarious because when I saw this, basically, this was an article about, you know, Big Brother. I mentioned it earlier. And this was Celebrity Big Brother. And she was not happy. She was tweeting up a storm when she saw this, because she was blasting it as disgusting porn. And I just thought, oh my God, because you know the media, they always blow everything up anyway. And when she saw this, she said she was at the time vowing never to watch Celebrity Big Brother because it's disgusting porn. Because basically, you can see this is another version of it, of Naked Attraction. But Big Brother, because you know when people go into the Big Brother house, isn't it? There's cameras everywhere. Mm-hmm. You have no privacy, right? Which I think you lot are good for that. But anyway. You have no privacy. So basically, when you're taking a shower, everything, they can see what you're doing. And she was not happy because she saw it and she said they were showing too much flesh kind of thing. And apparently, who was it? Marnie Simpson and Lewis Bloor, these are people, apparently celebrities, they were having a shower together. And basically, it culminated with her running into the bathroom fully naked and him showing off his manhood. So basically, Sandra was not happy. She's like, oh my God, who just saw that?
Well,
now Big Brother.
Was it a live stream at the time?
I think it was, yeah. Yeah, because remember, they're constantly, and even if it wasn't a live stream, they would still show it because it's part of the show, innit? So even if it's on a replay, you're going to see it, kind of thing.
But did they distort the screen at all, or do any of that?
I don't think they did. Obviously, now when I'm looking at this article, obviously they have distorted the screen, but obviously her reaction is because she saw everything. Otherwise, she probably wouldn't have said as much if she didn't see. If they sort of masked it as they're doing in the article. Can you see the article? If they masked it like that, she probably wouldn't have had so much to say. She would have thought, oh, God. But because they probably didn't, at the time, it was live, innit? Or they just left it and showed everything. So when you see somebody running about in the nude, because I don't even know. I think, I can't remember what time they, Celebrity Big Brother, I think it's 9 o'clock. So obviously that's before the watershed, innit? So some kids could have seen that.
But do they allow that on UK TV? I mean...
Yeah.
Nudity, period.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say. They're starting to really get very blasé with it. Do you see what I'm trying to say? They're getting more and more blasé. They just let everything hang out. But they're not trying to censor it as much as they used to.
Now, are there? And this is something so I can make sure I'm understanding what I'm hearing, and then so we can, this is a question that just popped up. Is it like the United States where we have cable channels, and cable channels may have that, but everyone knows that they're showing this movie that is R-rated that has nudity in it? Is it that way, or is it just regular TV channels in the UK?
It's regular TV. It's Channel 5. This was Celebrity Big Brother, and this is what she was saying. It's not Big Brother. It's called Pawn Shop House. She said it's disgusting. I'm not watching it again. And you got kids watching TV. She was saying shame on Big Brother. Obviously, apparently she deleted them later on, but she was having a rant at the time about it, and she's just like, oh my God, because obviously she's on Gogglebox, and it's like, oh my God, I'm not. She's saying, thank God that the Gogglebox don't make it, because that's what Gogglebox is. I don't know if you know, but they let people watch TV and they film their reactions. So imagine if she had been watching that as part of Gogglebox. Oh my goodness, that would have just been too funny for words, kind of thing. But she tweeted about it because she was obviously watching it on her own private time.
Right.
But it's just like people were just like, this is ridiculous. They're getting upset because it seems to be that all they seem to do is just be showing these types of scenes where the contestants are just constantly, putting themselves out there and messing about with each other and just doing all this stuff to get attention, basically.
Well, but do you think that the producers of the show try and encourage them to do that? Well, I'm asking a stupid question. Yes, they encourage them to do that, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, they do. And the thing is, after she was watching that one, Celebrity Big Brother, the reason why I put it in today's show is because, oh, my God, she turned over to another channel trying to get away from that. And what did she come across? Naked attraction. So when she saw that, she's like, oh, my God, now look what's on Channel 5. Just saw another Willy. I just was like, oh my God. She was like, thank God, Gogglebox can never make me watch it. I just thought, this is... I just thought, these people, it's like you can't get away from it. This is why you have to be careful now what you put. People used to just put their kids in front of the TV for a couple of hours if they wanted to do something. You can't do that anymore. Especially when you've got young children, because God knows what they're going to come across on whichever channel.
Well, you got to block channels and put restrictions on channels and that type of thing.
Of course you would do that. But remember what I'm saying is, if these are programs that are coming on mainstream TV before your children have normally gone to bed,
yep.
What are you going to do?
And you're not expecting to have them encounter that.
Exactly. You're not expecting them to see this, because as far as you know, that type of program does not have that until now. All of a sudden, they've just gone mad. The hormones are running wild. They obviously, the producers and whoever, the executives, they want the ratings, innit?
That's it.
So they're just going to do what they're going to do. And they ain't thinking about who could be watching. Because in their mind, it's like, well, and obviously people are going to have that type of reaction like she had. Oh, my God. I've just seen, obviously, if you knew that was what it was and that's what you wanted to watch, of course, by all means, that's your business as an adult. But if you've got kids watching, you're going to have to be like, you can't watch that now. Bye-bye. Out the room. Bed. way before you would have sent them to their bed, because you've just seen something that they've been exposed to when you didn't expect them to be exposed to that.
Right, because you have a choice as a parent to allow them to see it. But if you don't have a choice because you think that they're watching something that wouldn't have that problem, then you lose your choice as a parent.
Yeah, and you're just thinking, that my child has been exposed to something I did not want them to see, because I assumed that this was a program that was suitable for them to see as a, celebrity or Big Brother or whatever. You didn't expect them to be going on to these types of, nudity and all this. And she was like, oh my God. I don't think my kids are going to be watching that. She's probably thinking, I'm not letting any child in my house look at things like that, because you just can't trust them that they're going to either censor it or warn you that these types of things may be in it. So then you can okay, no kids, you ain't watching this tonight. Bye bye, bed for you, kind of thing. Or we turn over the channel or whatever. But if you don't have no choice because it suddenly just pops up on your screen, you're like, ah!
And then you're not holding the remote, and it's like, hey, go, whatever.
People, I want to know what you guys think at Ask Avani Show, because we are about to take a short break because Mama got to pay the bills. But we'll be back on the other side. Hi, this is Avani. You're tuned in to the Ask Avani Show podcast on the Get Global Network. Good afternoon and welcome back, people. This is the Ask Avani Show. Yes. This afternoon we are talking about a new and interesting twist on a dating show you definitely won't want to miss. Naked Attraction, the Naked Dating Show. Would you go on a show like this to find love? That is the question I have been posing this afternoon. Welcome back to K Rose.
Good afternoon. Good morning, Avani.
I know you guys out there thinking, this UK chick, she's crazy. But I'm telling you, I saw it and I just thought, really? This is what we're going to be subjected to now, where people are literally, as I said earlier, so desperate for attention that, don't get me wrong. If you are looking at it in the sense of like having a laugh, it's fun, you just thought this is something quirky, let me do this, whatever. But for some people, they really take this seriously. And by that, I mean they take it seriously in the terms of, I am doing this to project myself into the public eye. This is going to be my way of getting myself out there to become famous. So they're not really going on there to find love. Let's just be real, okay, people?
Right, I agree.
They ain't going on there to find love. They're going on there to be seen, to propel themselves into the media, into the public eye as a celebrity of some form or fashion. Time will tell where that may take them. And I just want to know, people, what do you think out there? Is this something that you would do? Have you done something like this? And did you regret it after? That's what I definitely want to know that. At Ask Avani Show, let me know. Okay, link five, let's do it. Because I thought this was funny. I want to know, do you agree with this? The subconscious is programmed to find symmetry more attractive, and what is it with the human obsession of having things, or people, I have to know this, around that are seemingly quote unquote perfect? Because remember, what's perfect?
Right. Right. What is perfect? No one, that's your opinion of perfect. Yeah,
and I said it earlier, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I'm thinking, okay, what makes people think that this is going to be the thing that says, oh yeah, I find, but they say though, apparently it's a science. There's a science to this, people. The science of sex appeal. And I just thought, really? But they did an experiment. I saw this. They did an experiment where they took a person's face and then they computer, imaged it, and they made it totally symmetrical. And then they put the two pictures side by side, and they let people come up to the pictures and say which one they found more pleasing, if you like. And it was weird because most people, male and female, always picked the picture that had been altered, the one that had the symmetry. Isn't that strange? No, the person just looks better. They said, and the person was, and the interviewer was like, why? And they were like, well, no, I don't know, I can't tell you why, but because they thought it was twins, but it wasn't twins. It was just the same person with their normal face and then the digitally altered face. And then they said, which one do you prefer? And everyone picked the one that had been altered, the one that was supposedly symmetrical, and they were like, well, the person just looks better in that photo, and they just look more aesthetically pleasing, and so they just thought, oh, one twin's having a bad day, and the other twin, just looks better, but it was the same person, and they tricked them to believe that it was two different people, but obviously twins, but with just slight differences. And I just thought, you know what?